It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, October 8th, 2016. Good evening, everybody, on Peter Wiggins, your 5 o'clock news headlines. Top story of the 5 o'clock hour is New York, where Donald Trump on Saturday vowed to never drop out of the presidential race as a growing close-up. Republicans urged him to do exactly that after the sexually harassing remarks made in 2005 and surfaced a day earlier. Charleston, South Carolina. Hurricane Matthew battered the coast of South Carolina early Saturday as the tidewall came ashore with 105 miles per hour sustained winds and last rain. Raising fears that devastating storm surge burning along a stretch of coast started. And entertainment journalist Nancy Udell is finally speaking about her mind about being abducted in late 2005. Recorded conversation between Donald Trump and Billy Fisher as her Access Hollywood colleague at the time. Paul Rand, reluctant supporter, weighs response to Donald Trump's remarks. Poland and Estonia have raised concerns about Russia confirming it has started a movement of nuclear-capable Iskander and missiles in Kaliningrad. Sana, Yemen, an air strike by American-backed Saudi-led coalition killed more than 100 people and injured hundreds of more at a funeral on Saturday, according to health ministry officials and medical groups. Russian actors have been accused by the United States of carrying out a series of attacks against political organizations in order to interfere with the U.S. election. Seoul, North Korea, conducted its first nuclear test exactly 10 years ago Sunday, exploding a crude atomic bomb and crescent. What had long been considered a red line? Berlin, German investigators found several hundred grams of highly volatile explosive in an apartment they raided Saturday in eastern city Chemnitz. They thought a Syrian man suspected of planning a bombing attack. Two Republican Alabama congressmen say they won't vote for Donald Trump. Hurricane spells misery for homeless women. Chicago President Obama urged donors on Friday to rally around Democratic candidates for the House in next month's election, saying that stronger caucus will make the difference in such issues such as immigration and rebuilding roads and bridges. School officials are quite certain that the creepy cat sightings and threats in the Bay Area of California are hoaxes and copycat behavior. Caracas, Venezuela. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro created the Hugo Chavez Prize for Peace and Sovereignty and awarded it to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Kumamoto, Japan. Japan's largest active volcano, Mount Aru, erupted Saturday morning, sending ashes smoke more than 11,000 meters, almost 7 miles in the air. Washington UPS e-voter daily presidential tracking poll for Saturday shows Hillary Clinton leading Donald Trump by just 1 percentage point. Phoenix voted on Wednesday to officially declare the second Monday in October the same day as Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day. Washington, WikiLeaks on Friday released emails purportedly from campaign chair John Podesta containing excerpts of some of Hillary Clinton's paid Wall Street speeches. Chicago, contract negotiation between the Chicago teachers Chicago Teachers Union and Mayor Rahm Emanuel's administration to reach the final weekend for a threatened strike. Bloomington in Minnesota, the country's largest mall in America, announced it will join the growing list of retailers that will now open for business on Thanksgiving Day. South Hadley, Massachusetts. 3 Massachusetts firefighters are recovering after being injured in an apparent explosion during a Massachusetts Fire Academy training. The Springfield Republican reports that 2 unnamed firefighters from South Hadley were hospitalized and later released after a third Tuesday explosion at the South Hadley District 2 station. At least one of her firefighter from Granby was also hurt, the newspaper said. South Hadley Fire District 1 Chief Robert Othier told the Republican that the explosion happened during a live fire training using the Academy's mobile live fire training trailer. He declined an 11 incident and extended the firefighters' injuries. On New Vermont, 2 Massachusetts women are safe after getting lost while hiking on Walmart's tall speed Matt Mansfield. Los Angeles, insured losses on homes and commercial properties damaged by Hurricane Matthew likely to be in billions, but well short of the hefty caused by Superstorm Sandy and Hurricane Katrina. Global policymakers are stepping up to the resolving of the combat and isolation backlash and threatens that undermine years of opening borders to trade and investment. Hurricane Matthew also damaged an array of structures at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida when it approached the historic site on Friday. Serenades has a new plan after a string of highly publicized failures. CEO and founder Elizabeth Holmes says Silicon Valley Company is ready to move on to new things. Washington, Republican elected officials and party elders lined up Saturday to denounce Donald Trump's incendiary remarks about women he made in 2005. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former California governor who is due to replace Donald Trump's host, said Hillary Clinton said on Saturday that he cannot support the billionaire reality TV show as White House bid. Salt Lake City, the pushback, then Donald Trump becomes a Republican Party. We wrote it could be said that things get it started in Utah. Peter Children's is 5:05 on this Saturday evening, and it's time now for a sports report. And the Washington Nationals, LA Dodgers. Game 2 got postponed due to rain. But the Chicago Cubs and San Francisco Giants will square off in game number 2. Down in Wrigley Field in Chicago, with the Cubs leading 1-0. College Station, Texas. 20 minutes midnight. We drove streaming in and not at a stadium. 2 minutes past midnight, everything on from the field on the upper deck. Suddenly, you know it's time to bend, slightly pretends upon knees. Saturday's Texas-Oklahoma game was Charlie Strong's favorite game, and Charles Long was program. Right around it was probably the game that sealed his fate in Austin. And for the Bengals, the jury's still out in the veteran passer Andy Dalton. Prescott made Presley led the Cowboys a 3-game winning streak, filling for an injured Tony Romo. Peter Children's now 5:06 on this Saturday evening, and it's time now for a travel and transit report. Baby! Let's say I'm in MBT with northbound orange line trains with reduced speeds from Bay to Top Medical until further notice. Suburban S4 Express and minor delays on the commuter rail. Looking good, except on Middlebury train 1009. 3:35 p.m. outbound stop near Bridgewater is now 56 minutes late en route to Middlebury. And Middlebury train 101246 p.m. inbound stop near Bridgewater is now 45 minutes late en route to South Station due to a mechanical problem. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Starting off with hours and always in New England. 95 on the northbound side. It is backed up from the Bridgeport stretch. 95 on the southbound side back to Bryan. 285 in Bridgeport. 95 on the southbound side back to the Norwalk stretch. 91 on the southbound side of Little 95 in New Haven. 95 on the southbound side back to the New Haven stretch. Mary Parkway southbound side back up for Bridgeport stretch. 91 on the Mary Parkway at the northbound side. It is back to Walford. Interstate 91 on the southbound side of Little 691. 84 eastbound side is back to the Waterbury. 84 westbound side back to the Waterbury stretch. 84 westbound side is back to Brand Newton stretch. 91 on the southbound side of the Little Slow just around Interstate 84 Harvard, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side of back to the Old Lime, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side of Little Slow before 395 out of New London, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side of back to 91 in Chicopee, all the way to 291 in Springfield. Mass back here in 84 at Springfield. That's a little slow on the eastbound side of 84. 146 on both ends, a little slow just after. 295 on the Lincoln off Smith stretch. 7 Expressway, both sides backed up for the Pike all the way down to the Route 38 Quincy, 93 on northbound side of slow from Pike all the way out to Jacob Bridge. Route 193 to southbound side back to the Somerville down to Jacob Bridge. 120 to southbound side of Little Slow after Route down out in Wellesley. Mass back eastbound side of backed up around the western stretch to the Newton. 120 with 3 interchange of Burl to this house. Little slow. 120 on the northbound side of it's a little slow from 93 out in Redden and all the way after Wakefield. 120 southbound side backed up from Peabody all the way after Route 93 out in Redden. 89 both ends is backed up around the North Vermont around the Canadian border. Interstate 87 of both ends is backed around Route 11 out in Champlain, New York, and on Route 15 on the northbound side of the Little Slow around some Quebec and towards Montreal. And look at that. Highways and byways Dan in Albany. It's looking good. Peter Jones on 508 on this. Saturday evening, and it's time now for a weather report. Latest on Matthews. Southern location 33.8 to the north, 78.2 to the west. Mountain Tay was at 75 miles an hour. Moving east northeast at 13 miles an hour. Latest public advisory. Trade rates better than lead across the Carolina, while Matthew hugs the coast. And hurricane water from South City. River southward has been discontinued. Hurricane water's effect for enough of South City River to Surf City. Hurricane water's effect for north of Surf City to Cape Lookout. And Trump's water's effect for north of Surf City to Duck and public Albemarle South. For storm information specific to your area, including possible ill watching waters, please monitor the product is issued by a local National Weather Service Forecast Office. At 5 p.m., the center Hurricane Matthew was located in latitude 33.8 and north, large 78.2 to the west. Matthew is moving toward the east northeast near 13 miles an hour. This most are expected to continue today and early Sunday. And the forecast track the center Matthew will be near the coast of the southern North Carolina by this evening. And Matthew State was under 75 miles an hour gust and off a weakness forecast during the next 48 hours. Matthew is expected to remain near hurricane straight while this Saturday, the due to the coast of North Carolina and hurricane force winds extended hours of 25 miles, mainly over the west and east side of Saturday. Tropical force winds extended hours of 85 miles and multiple private weather stations along the coast of South Carolina and near the Myrtle Beach have recently reported north hurricane force wind gusts. Minimum set pressure is estimated for Air Force aircraft dated 967 millimeters, 85 inches, and COMP buoy 41024 near the center also reported minimum pressure of 977.8 millimeters, 28.87 inches. Hazard affecting land. Wind hurricane 12 conditions are expected to continue with a warning area this afternoon, spread northward and elsewhere. Wind in the water in part tonight. Hurricane conditions are possible wind in the hurricane watch and tropical storm warning area in North Carolina by tonight and Sunday morning, with tropical conditions expected later tonight. Storm surge. The combination of dangerous storm surge to tide and large and destructive waves will be caused. Nobly dry areas near the coast will be flooded by reservoirs moving inland from the shoreline, and the water could reach the fallen heights above ground. The peak surge occurs at the time of night time. Merrill's Island in South Carolina to North Carolina, including pressure from Armour Sound 3 to 5 feet. Along the Georgia South Carolina coast, southwest of Matthews Center, and the direction caused by Matthews storm surge will slowly recede today. The deepest water will occur along the immediate coast and in areas onshore. Wind surge related flooding and depends on the relative time and the surge of the tidal cycle occurred very greatly over the short distance, and large waves streaming by Matthew will cause rises will occur well in the event to the well away from the track of the center. For information specific area, please see product issued by local National Weather Service Forecast Office. There is a danger of life-threatening inundation during the next 36 hours on the coast from Merrill's Inlet, South Carolina, and South North Carolina, including portions of the Papa Coast side. There is a possibility of a life-threatening inundation during the next 40 hours from South to North Carolina, including portions of the Upper Murray-Sound. For prediction areas rates, please see the product type National Weather Service Storm Warning graphic for a specific area. Please see product station by local National Weather Service Forecast Office. And rainfall. Manifest expected to produce total rain accumulation of 8 to 12 inches from northeast South Carolina and the northeast North Carolina and the southeast Virginia with a possible isolated totals of 20 inches possible. This rainfall may result in some life-threatening flooding and flash flooding. A couple of tornadoes are possible this afternoon along the coast of North Carolina and surf swells journeying by Matthew back to the coast of the southeastern United States by early next weekend. These swells likely cause life-threatening and surf and rip current conditions. Please consult our products meal. Local web office. Okay. This is the latest radar on Matthew here. Radar and satellite photo around the area of Matthew shows light rain stretch around northeastern South Carolina and stretching east to Charlotte down to the Greensboro, North Carolina, and stretching to the Central Virginia through Lynchburg and up to St. Charles and up and around the Washington, D.C. area east of Baltimore. But this is a heavy bands rain shower stretch around Wilmington, Delaware, stretching all the way down to east Delta, North Carolina, from Wilmington all the way down to Roanoke, Rapids, North Carolina, and number around southeastern Virginia and central portions of Virginia and around the Chesapeake Bay. So that's a lot of rain. Lots and lots of rain from Matthew. A flash flood warning and a tropical warning is along the Pamlico Sound. Wow, a lot of warnings along the Carolina coast today. But here in New England, we didn't get Matthew's fury, but imagine if Matthew were to go up the coast, as very models indicated, then we could have gotten a lot of rain and wind, which would have been significant, kind of like a typical nor'easter, like a weak hurricane or a strong tropical storm with wind, rain, power to go. But that didn't happen because of the model runs. So here in New England, we got lucky. Okay, look at that radar and satellite close to home. A little line of rain shower stretch from Woonsocket down when West Greenwich and stretching it down to northeast of Connecticut to stretch it down from Southern Worcester County, from Franklin all the way out to Springfield and up north to Athol, and a little line of rain showers around Jaffrey, New Hampshire, and a line of rain showers from Quaymans down to Cairo. Line of rain showers stretching to New London down to New Haven, Connecticut, and line of rain showers stretching From Long Sound all the way out to New York City, now for Trenton, New Jersey, and Atlanta rain showers west of Albany and Schenectady and up in the western Silver Springs. And low line rain showers around Gloucester, Massachusetts. And spotty rain showers around New Bedford, around Westport of Rand, Tiverton, Rhode Island. Alright, 7-day forecast that goes. Day 1 today in the night. Southeasterly swells associated with Hurricanes Matthew and Nicole is expected along over the weekend and early next week as rough surface expected along the high whisker rip currents and associated along the south coast. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight at Chester Showers. After 1 a.m. class got low about 56 degrees, top about 6 miles, cup of cover to DVD, chest space is 40%, new percent less than 7 inch possible. Sunday, rain likely before 3 p.m. Then at Chester Showers made between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Punch bug before 9 a.m. west. Class got about high about 59 degrees. Let up wind increase to 5 to 9 miles in the morning. Winds get gusty 22 miles an hour. Chest space is 6%, new percent between 1.5 inch possible. For Sunday night, class got during the early evening, then gradually clearing about 41 degrees, north for about 11 miles an hour. For Plum State, Sunday most good got about 59, about 39 degrees, north for about 8 miles gusty is 22 miles an hour, shifting light north wind. Today, Sunday most class got about 6 more, about 44 degrees. For Wednesday, Putty Sunday most class got about 6 more, about 48 degrees. For Thursday, Putty Sunday podcast got about 6 more, about 46 degrees. For Friday, mostly Sunday podcast got about 6 more, about 41 degrees. And for Saturday, most of that's got about 6 degrees. Currently and not near it is overcast, and we have a temperature of 69 degrees. And that is going to be it for the Peter channel. 5 o'clock news, and that's October 8th, 2069. A Saturday evening. I hope you have a good This viewers hope you have a good evening. I'll see you at 11 o'clock. Have a good evening.